Animals and plants at home. What do sand, saltwater, crabs, and seaweed all have in common? You can find them at the beach, of course. As you read these 2 pages, draw 2 lines under each main idea. When you go to the beach, you find lots of living things. Non-living things like sand and salt water are also part of the beach. Everything that surrounds a living thing is its environment. This includes living and non-living things. Your desk, teacher, books, and air are all part of your classroom environment. An ecosystem is all of the living and non-living things in a place. In an ecosystem, living things interact with each other and with the non-living parts of the environment. Think of bees that use an old log to build their hive. They gather nectar from flowers to make honey. A bear eats the honey. These interactions make up part of an ecosystem. Living things in the same ecosystem share resources. Many of them also share a habitat. A habitat is the space where a plant or animal lives. A frog's habitat is a pond. A frog's environment is everything around the frog. The crab's habitat is on the sand. The crab and the sand are both part of an ecosystem. An ocean ecosystem includes saltwater, seawater, fish, and other animals. Each depends upon the other to survive. Sea anemones, sea stars, and mussels live in tide pools. They all share resources, such as food, to survive in their environment. Communities of populations. You live in a community. You are also part of a population. Animals and plants are part of populations in communities too. As you read these 2 pages, find and underline an example of population. Wolves, bears, snakes, birds, and many other plants and animals all live in Yellowstone National Park. A population is all of one kind of organism living in the same area. All of the wolves in Yellowstone National Park make up a wolf population. Animal and plant populations in an area may be part of the same community. A community is all of the populations that live and interact in an area. An ecosystem can have many different communities. Yellowstone National Park has a large population of bison. The bison are part of a community that includes the grasses that bison eat and this population of antelope. The bull snake is also part of the Yellowstone National Park community, along with the wolves and the bison. The wolf is part of the wolf population that lives in the same area. To survive, wolves eat other animals in their community. Living on the land. You've seen that bison live in grassland ecosystems. What other types of land ecosystems are there? As you read these 2 pages, draw circles around the names of ecosystems that are described. Forest ecosystems have a lot of trees. Tropical rainforests have many different kinds of trees. These forests are warm and wet all year long. Animals like jaguars, toucans, and monkeys live in the tropical rainforest. Some forests have warm summers and cold winters. Woodpeckers, squirrels, deer, and bears are common. The trees such as oaks and maples lose their leaves in the fall. Other land ecosystems are shown on these 2 pages. Kangaroo rats, rattlesnakes, and cactus populations live in deserts. They have adaptations that help them survive in their dry ecosystem. Ecosystems on mountains. Stellars, jays, mountain goats, and pine trees live in different mountain ecosystems. These ecosystems are found high on the side of mountains. They are cold for most of the year. The Stellar's jay uses materials from its environment to build a nest. It also finds food in its environment. The elf owl eats insects that live in cactuses. The cactuses provide a place for the owl to live and help the owl survive in its habitat. Under the water, most of Earth is covered with water. There are many different living things below the surface of ponds, lakes, rivers, and oceans. As you read these 2 pages, draw a line from the picture to the sentence that describes it. If you look at a globe, you'll notice a lot of blue. That blue represents Earth's oceans. The oceans consist of salt water. Animals like sea turtles, whales, and lobsters live in ocean ecosystems. Some ocean animals, like coral, don't look like animals at all. The ocean also has plant-like life forms such as kelp and seaweed. Rivers, lakes, ponds, and streams are usually fresh water. Fresh water has much less salt than ocean water. Frogs, ducks, and many kinds of fish live in fresh water. Alligators are found in freshwater wetlands. Land animals like deer, foxes, and raccoons drink this fresh water. Ocean ecosystem. This huge underwater ecosystem is made by tiny ocean animals called corals. Clownfish live around sea anemones in their habitat. The clownfish are immune to the anemone's stings, but animals that might eat the clownfish are not. River ecosystem. Rivers carry water to the ocean. This flowing water is an ecosystem made of fresh water. River otters build their shelters next to rivers where they swim and catch fish.